as I take your hand and lead you to the dance floor. As the music dies, something in your eyes cause the night a silver screen, and it's sad goodbye. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm. No, it's easy to pretend. I know you're not a fool. I should've known better than to cheat a friend. Don't waste the chance that I've been given. So I'm never gonna dance again the way I dance with you.
How's it going, Christoph? I really have to get up to speed on how to do certain things on MediaWiki. I want to create a wiki that goes over every single company that screwed somebody based on the criteria that's on my channel, which is changes the terms of the sale after the sale, forced arbitration, takes away your ability to use what you bought and paid for, turns something that you paid for into a, well, you have to subscribe to it or it gets taken away, like all that kind of stuff. Because most consumer advocacy doesn't really go over that stuff. It goes over, hello, wake up, Mr. fucking MAGA truck. Anyway, so there's oh yeah, this guy's texting, 100%. Either texting or drunk. I gotta get around this shit. That's the. Oh yeah, he's totally texting. Wow. Okay, I should get away from that shit. That is looked inside. That's bad. Let's see. Oh no. I'm not gonna die. Fuck that. Anyway, it's Texas. It is what it is. Yeah, I want it, but there's two problems here. A, putting together a wiki that people can edit, because oh my god, the fucking spam bots will destroy you. And the thing that drives me nuts with MediaWiki is every plugin needs that exact fucking version. So if you have Stop Forum Spam version 1.42.4 and you're using MediaWiki 1.42.3, it won't work. That's the beauty of, like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's PHP or it's just the culture around people that make software in PHP where it all sucks. I don't know how much of it is the language versus the culture or whatever the fuck it is that causes people to use that language. It's I don't know what it is, but like everything I've ever used in PHP makes me want to fucking shoot myself. Magento, shoot myself. WordPress, shoot myself. MediaWiki, shoot myself. Like everything I've ever dealt with in PHP makes me just want to go into a ball and cry. But yeah, so and MediaWiki is an interesting one because you have like the Docker image that they use. I think the last time I checked it, it was up to 1.42.3, but MediaWiki itself was 1.43 point something. So like if you actually want to use it in Docker, you either have to roll the shit yourself or find old versions of the anti-spam plugins and the username plugins, and there's a lot of stuff that you'd really just kind of expect to be built into it that is not built into it, but you have to install external plugins or libraries for it. It's a very convoluted. MediaWiki is a bit of a convoluted system. So that's been what's kind of that's been something that's been on my projects list for the past week, but that I have been avoiding because MediaWiki makes me want to shoot myself. But yeah, I'm excited to do this as a project. We get started on that. So essentially, every time I do a video moving forwards, I have all those links in the description, and I have every video I do, it has citations, sources, examples, photos, screenshots, emails, etc. I want to have it in a written form as well, so it's easy to search. Because like, who the hell wants to watch a fucking 20-minute video of me ranting if you just want to know how a company screwed somebody? And it would be really cool if I could turn this into some sort of JD Power or Consumer Reports kind of thing, and where you have people that are actually looking at it and going, huh, I may make my buying decision based on what's in here. And I realize that's a meme. You know, I get it. I have D-list YouTube fame. It's probably not, I probably can turn that into publication fame. And I sincerely doubt like Sony or Samsung are going to be looking to see if they're on this list before they do something. But it's kind of I thought it would be a nice addendum. It's just getting it started is going to be a shit show. And then moderating it is going to be a shit show. Because I want people to be able to contribute and edit to this, but at the same time, how do you do that without it just getting edit wars and bombed with spam? Or it's a project. The first thing I have to do with this is just basic shit. Just basic shit. Is just get started with anti-spam stuff. Like, how do I make it so that I have to, basic shit. Like, I approve a user account and make it easy to block lists of IP addresses that are just known to be spam and garbage. Isn't that why you have developers to deal with that stuff? Yeah, I need to find a developer though. That's the other thing. If you want a Magento developer, don't get me wrong, it's annoying, but you could find one. If you need a WordPress developer, they're a dime a dozen. MediaWiki developers, it's not really... Especially when it comes to themes. I mean, just finding MediaWiki developer, almost all of them, they're going to be learning on the job because it's a very small niche of people that pay for this. I have one, like the one that does my nonprofit, he's going to be around middle of next month, but I'm kind of impatient. I want to start now. I actually wanted to start 2 weeks ago. Start now. Honestly, Christoph, if you'd be interested in that, this is something that I'm actually excited about. I'll be real with you. Like, a lot of the stuff that I've been doing over the past few years, I have completely lost excitement for. With, the nonprofit and coming up with wiki, getting people to create educational materials for the wiki. There's only so many times I can offer somebody $10,000 or $20,000 to write an educational article and hear them say, I don't want to give away my secret, because if I do, maybe somebody else will be able to fix things, and then I'll have a petition. There's only so many times I can hear that before I just think to myself, fuck the entire repair industry. Like, there's all these... I cannot help people that don't want to help themselves. That shit is so frustrating. Because that was why I started doing videos 12 years ago, is everybody in this field thought, I can't tell anybody how to fix anything, because God forbid somebody else make money in it instead of just me. It's such a stupid mindset. It's like, I've been showing people how to do every single possible thing for the past 12 years, and somehow I'm not bankrupt. You want to grow the pie. You're not supposed to grow the size of the pie that you are eating. You're supposed to grow the entire size of the pie, so that even if you're getting a lower percentage of the pie, it doesn't matter, because everybody gets more pie because they have a bigger pie. But everybody's in this mindset of, no, I need to increase my percentage size of the pie. It's a small picture thinking that just fucks me up. Very small picture thinking. Very, very aggravating. Frustrating. Same thing legislatively with right to repair. I think my nonprofit for the legislative stuff has 60,000 left. Once it's done, I'm gonna just pass the torch on to somebody else. Like I will have put my money in. There are a few bills that got passed, a bunch that failed, a lot of them with loopholes and stuff, but I will let somebody else do their best to come to win next time. Because if I do a second round of fundraising for that second nonprofit, what I'm going to do is I'm going to suck the air out of all the oxygen out of the room for the other young upstart that might have a better idea on how to get things passed or right to repair stuff done. Like if $1 million or $900,000 did not actually manage to allow people to get access to schematics and diagrams and board views and all that, then like I'm not asking for another million. That's just crazy. I will make all the bank records public. I'll say, here's what I did, here's what worked, here's what didn't. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Hopefully somebody else can do a better job than me. It's still surprising. Even though I released bank records and a couple of old videos for those nonprofits, people still think I pay myself for them. The educational nonprofit accidentally once spent, actually I think it was the lobbying of the educational one. So when I was I did this lobbying trip in Massachusetts, in Washington. It was March or April of 2022. I think it was March 2022. And I accidentally charged this overpriced breakfast omelet to the room instead of to my own card. So I think like I embezzled $35 or $42 from my nonprofit in the form of a shitty omelet. And then there was one lobbying trip where I went to every single repair shop in the state of Massachusetts that was open to having me, and then a couple that were not, to try and get them to show up to this one particular lobbying event for US PERG. So I visited about 30 or 35 places. I stayed at a hotel one of the nights, 4 of the nights, so I think that was like $1,000. Yeah, it's very interesting. There's still a widespread belief that like I give myself a $40,000 or $100,000 salary from that. Litecoin has been a really nice ally to the right to repair movement. Trump's admin will probably destroy those gains. I hate to say this out loud because it's gonna be I know I'm not supposed to say this. You're not supposed to say it, but like, can I? Okay, let's go for it. There's being on your side philosophically, and then there's being able to be a leader. I believe Lena Khan was on my side philosophically. From everything that I hear, I do not believe she was a leader. I like everything I read about how she dealt with the FTC, how people there were working, how it was demoralizing other staff members. I just don't believe that she was a great leader. The FTC released that Nixing the Fix report, which is some 60 or 70 page report that went over why all the manufacturer oppositions to repair were mostly bullshit. And I like that. Like, it was nice, right? But like, do I have access to schematics? Do I have access to board views? Can I buy a chip? Can I buy an LCD cell? Like, no. It's kind of... Lena Khan got Weber Grills in trouble for illegally voiding warranties. And do you know what they were fined? $0. $0. There was somebody else who was illegally voiding warranties as well. Do you know what they were fined? $0. She had the legal authority to fine them $40,000 or more per instance of a box. She fined them $0. I have gotten higher fines for not having my license number on a receipt. I got fined $250 because one of my receipts did not have the license number of my business on it. The license number of my business was present on the license, which was posted right in the front of the store, in front of the door, where anybody could see it. But it wasn't on my receipt, $250. A company with a market cap in the several billions, because there were several companies this happened with, breaks the law and fucks over consumers, legitimately. Not like, the license number wasn't on the receipt. I mean, they submitted a warranty claim, and they were fucking declined over bullshit, and they get fined $0. Like, I just don't care. Like, I'm not a Lena Khan fanboy anymore. And I'm not impressed with her administration. I'm not impressed with what she did. Is she aligned with me ideologically? Absolutely. Does that matter worth a shit if you find people that break the law $0 over and over again? Fuck, it doesn't. If anything, what her administration did is it demonstrated, please keep breaking the law. Keep breaking it. yes, every time you break the law, we will fine you $0. Before, you didn't know if you could get away with breaking the law. But now, you know that if you break the law, there's a fine of $0. What the fuck do I care, man? It was a meme. Obviously, does the new guy suck? Yes, he does. Fuck that guy. The new FTC chair was opposed to making cancellation one click. Who in their right mind, like, forget about Democrat versus Republican, forget about woke, anti-woke, I don't know, like pro-immigration, anti-immigration, fuck all that shit for a moment. Who in this country wants it to be more difficult to cancel a gym membership? Who thinks to themselves, I really prefer having to send a certified mail letter to the company that owns my gym with the serial number of my registration or whatever the fuck in the letterhead so that I can cancel? Like, who wants that? Of what political affiliation do you have to be? So yeah, the new guy, yes, absolutely, fuck him. And I saw, like, Trump said something like, he is anti-big tech censorship and he will be free. Yeah, like, I get it. Like, everybody's gonna be like, yes, anti-censorship, great. Who gives a fuck about any of my rights? Yay. It's not gonna matter. If anything, I think people will probably cheer the new FTC chair. And every single time they go to cancel a gym membership or cancel a subscription to some shit and it's miserable, they're gonna curse and they're gonna say, that should be illegal. But, I don't know. You voted to drain the swamp, baby. Fucking enjoy the fucking swamp. Enjoy swimming in it, man. Enjoy fucking swimming in it. I can't really even be snarky about it. What did you get before? It fucks me up that people still believe that drain the swamp bullshit. Like, that actually makes me weak. I thought people would have figured out the drain the swamp thing was horseshit right after Ajit Pai became the FCC chair. I mean, there's no better way. Does anybody remember that short? It was like some 1-minute YouTube video he made on all the things you can do once net neutrality is destroyed. You can still take photos and post them to Instagram. You can still watch a video of the Harlem Shake. You can still, and he had this giant smile the entire time because he knew he was fucking you. It was masterful. It was an excellent troll. I enjoyed the trolling aspect of it, but oh my god. That entire video was just like a middle finger up the asshole of every single person that voted for Trump in 2016. Like that one Ajit Pai video. I don't know if anybody watched that. It was hysterical. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I didn't live in America, it would be much funnier. But I can laugh at things even if it's something horrible that happened to me. Because I can laugh at horrible things that happen to others, but I can also laugh at horrible things that happen to me. Just laughing in general is my way of dealing with the fucked up things in the world that I don't have control over. It makes them tolerable. And that shit is hysterical. It's just like, it's my country, but still. That doesn't take away the fact that it's fucking hysterical. A lot of good things come out of neoliberalism, though. The thing is, the real red pill for all these people that go into these psycho-communist, socialist, like hyper right-wing ideologies and like anarcho-capitalist shit is like the hyper red pill is this: the world is the way it is for a reason. And it's worth trying to understand the reasons rather than just come up with a bunch of, it's all corrupt and there's this evil, horrible cabal. It's like, yeah, you know, there are people that do evil, fucked up shit. Yes, there are. There's also a reason that things are the way they are. Now, there are people who take advantage of the rules, and there are people that take advantage of their position and everything else. But every single thing that exists today, there at one point in time was a solid reason for it. I'm really interested in figuring it all out. Oh my god, Drain the Swamp. That was the funniest shit I've heard in my life. The guy that's the ambassador to China is the guy that made millions and millions of dollars off of China. Did anybody hear that? Remember that dude that was he was debating an empty podium in Georgia in January 2021? He's on the tip of my tongue. His name sounds like Perkins, the restaurant. Not Perkins. Perdue. David Perdue, that fucker. So this dude learned about, he got briefed on COVID while he was a senator. Right after he got briefed on COVID, he bought a bunch of stocks for companies that deal with like the protective equipment and all that shit. And he didn't tell anybody. He didn't tell anybody he thought COVID was going to be a thing. But he sure bought his stocks like it was a thing. COVID came from China. And now the fucking ambassador to China is the guy that made millions upon millions and millions of dollars hiding information to the American public on what was going on with China. It's fucking hysterical. Like, drain my balls. Actually, I wouldn't even want them to drain my balls. Every pick, it just gets funnier and funnier and funnier. It started with who was the guy that was giving $700 cab rides to underage girls? I'm sure that was just a really good tip. Matt Gaetz, whatever the fuck his name is. Matt Gaetz, I don't know. The guy he looks like a pedophile version of Ace Ventura. Every time I see the guy, I just look at him and he just looks like a pedophile version of Ace Ventura. Like, that's a perfect fucking pick for Attorney General. I mean, besides the fact that he's a meme, you have like, wow. Pedo Ace Ventura, that was a good one. Whoa, fucking potholes are crazy. I got new wheels and tires, so I'm actually trying to be nice to my wheels and tires now. I'm actually avoiding potholes. There's that saying that in Michigan, you can tell when somebody's drunk because they're driving straight. Not Just Bikes is a good channel. He makes a lot of good points on how this entire car infrastructure thing is just not sustainable. But at the same time, public transportation is a meme. I want to be able to go where I want to go when I want to go. I think the best possible compromise would be everybody gets a motorcycle. Usually people that lean towards Not Just Bikes and that channel's political leanings, on average, tend to be the type of people that believe that the world is overpopulated. So motorcycles solve three problems. A, the same amount of infrastructure can be used for a lot more transportation. B, it takes less energy for the motorcycle, therefore less climate change. And C, a bunch more people will die, because if you transition everybody from a car to a motorcycle, there'll be a lot more crashes as people get used to it. And then, once that's done, yeah, less population. I like the e-bike idea. I really got to get a motorcycle in Texas. The car shit just doesn't work. I don't have the patience for car. It's not as good as fitting into areas where you need to have a decent amount of space to fit in. I mean, it's overcrowded. It's not as good at that. You don't get the feeling of the wind in your face the same way. like I'm driving a tank, which is just so unnecessary. I'm one person and I'm sitting in a tank that could fit 5 or 6 people. It's such a waste. It takes up so much space too. Like a motorcycle or an e-bike is so much easier to maneuver. If you want to get off of it because you want to look at something, you could just get off of it on the side of the road and you're not blocking traffic. But with this, you have to find parking, you put hazards on and pretend that your car is broken, which is what everybody in New York City does. You don't really have freedom in a car the same way you do in a motorcycle. A motorcycle is truly freedom. Anytime you want to leave it, you just get off and it's like if you see a store, oh, I want to pop in there, you don't have to find parking or I'm stopping the side of the road and have this anxiety from being an asshole that's blocking stuff. It's pure freedom. There's something awesome about motorcycles and motorcycle culture in particular. I love motorcycle culture. Like that whole idea of, it's a badass thing, but simultaneously we have our own concept of ethics and morality, but it's like our own code of it. I don't know what it is, but it's awesome. Really appreciate the motorcycle biker culture. It's something I aspire to learn about.